Hey guys, welcome back to the episode of Music Marketing TV. I'm Dan D, and thanks for tuning in to Tips and Tricks. In this episode, I'm going to show you guys a few things you can do to your kick and bass. Alright, so I have a lousy kick and a lousy bass, but this is going to be a great example and some really good tricks for you guys to use on your kick and bass. And this pretty much applies to an empty track. You may have to make adjustments if you have a really busy track with a lot of things in there, but I'm going to show you guys, just kick and bass. So I have my kicks. Really straightforward, right? You can see the pattern changes a little bit at the end just by adding a little and but that's very minor. And then I have my bass here that I just created on Harmor. Right, so it's really straightforward. Together it sounds really bad. You can barely hear the kick, the main kick on the ones and the twos. 4/4 kick, you can't hear it too well. You can hear the other one, but we're gonna fix a few things. So first thing that you want to do is EQ the kick and the bass. Alright, that's the first thing that you want to do. So let's get on with it. We're gonna set up the kick on 1, and we'll have the bass and the second kick on 2, and the bass on 3, so everything's close together, right? So yeah, you want to create a pocket just for the main kick. I'll show you another technique for the second one, but for the main kick and the bass, we're going to create a pocket. So we're going to set up the EQ. There we go. And by default, as you can see, they stack up so we can see and create a pocket really easily. Alright. Good thing about these two instruments is that my kick has a lot of low end stuff, below 50s, and my bass line is pretty much above 50. Alright, so that's an easy way to make a pocket. But one rule of thumb that I like to use is that the lower the frequency, the smaller the pocket. The higher the frequency, the more stuff you can add in that pocket. Alright, so we're gonna do that. Okay, first off, let's cut off the 50 point, something like that, and we're gonna make it a really strong peak there. Right, so you can hear that really nicely. We're gonna just bump it up a tad bit. Now we're gonna so there's a lot of empty space in between this bass line. You see that? In between the 50 and the 100 mark. So we're gonna mess around with that and dip it more, kinda like that. You really want to be specific with your kick. Okay, then we're gonna up that 150 mark so it looks like that. So now my bass line sounds like so. So you can still hear it. But what this is gonna do is it's gonna go alongside the kick drum, right? So we're gonna up that 45 mark, somewhere there. So we feel that bass. See that? And you know what's even better? If we change the slope on my 1 frequency, on my 1 band, to a cutoff, like that, we can definitely get something cool there. And I'm just going to lower that a bit, and then I'm going to really cut it off. There we go. That sounds good. Now, what you do to one thing, you have to do the opposite to the other. So let's bring up, bring down the 50 mark. Right? We want to do that. Kind of create opposites here. want to be too extreme in this case. Okay, and then we're gonna bring it up at the 100 mark because we brought down the 100 mark on the other one. Just like that. Very nice. Of course, it's a little bit extreme, but that's okay. And then we're gonna just drop down this part over here. Good. So now I can really hear that kick and hear the bass line. Yep, and I feel it as well because of that below 50 mark. Now, what we can do to the kick drum so we really hear it, because we don't want to have the bass line, you know, drowning the kick, is we're gonna go over here and add a sound goodizer. And now we really amplify our EQ. We really take what we got and make it times 100. You know what I'm saying? The good thing is we can still hear our bass line. Right? And you can just fix your little cutting there for your pockets. Don't want to be too extreme. I usually go plus and minus 6 decibels. As you can see, I don't go too far out. Cool. And for the bass line, we can also add a sound goodizer. Just to make it a little bit louder, I control volume this way. Very nice. If you want to add more attack on the kick, you can go onto your bass line because we're using this as our attack. There you go. So it sounds, you know, kind of like a kick drum now with more attack. But I kind of want it like that, make it sound a little bubbly. Right? You can do a few things like that. All right, guys. So that's pretty much it for this round, for this part. In the next video, I'm gonna show you guys how to use stereo separation to fix the second kick now. Alright guys, I'm Danny from Music Marketing TV, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Peace!